All right, ready for chaos? A ton of people are going to be on your screen at the same time coming up right now. Your perfect game players of the week as we bring on a PG player of the week each week, powered by Launch Hydrate. This week, we are bringing on two big leaguers. They were PG players of the week way back in the day. MJ Melendez of the Kansas City Royals, Logan Allen of the Cleveland Guardians. Teammates going way, way back. I'm talking like the 2000 teens. Okay.
Oh, way back.
Let's bring them both on right now. Logan, MJ, how you guys both doing? Logan, I'll start with you. Can you give us the background of the relationship with you two going back to your earlier days?
Yeah, MJ and I started playing together when we were, well, first of all, thank you guys for having us. But no, MJ and I started playing together when we were kids. I'd say probably going back when we were 6 years old, playing, again, those like local youth leagues. Back when his dad was coaching at Bethune-Cookman, so he was back over on my side of town in Florida. We started playing together there, and then started a travel ball team shortly after, and that kind of relationship just stayed together, and we have probably played together every single summer. From 6, 7, 8, all the way through high school. So, definitely a long relationship going all the way back.
MJ, how you doing? And yeah, take us back and give me to kick things off a Logan Allen story about what he was like in his younger perfect game days.
Yeah, what's up, guys? So yeah, me and Logan have been playing together ever since we were probably about like 6 years old, like he said. And I don't know if it's kind of cutting out, but I see it getting a little blurry. But no, we've been playing together forever, and I'd say a story. I don't know if there's a specific story, but I would say like whenever we started kid pitch, he was always the ace. He was always the guy that we went to in the big games, always throwing strikes, and he was just nasty.
You guys had to have the inside advantage because Logan, didn't you play for MJ's dad in college?
I did. I was fortunate enough to play with him for him for 3 years. And actually, funny story, my older brother played for his dad as well when he was at Alabama State. So our family connection goes really deep, and they've definitely been really good to us. So we're definitely always thankful for them.
That's awesome. Like you start out 6-year-olds and then you get to play for the same guy in college at FIU. It's pretty awesome. And listen, I'm an Orlando guy, Logan, so I'm just going to say this. There's people here that talk about you as the greatest pitcher they ever saw in high school in Orlando. And there's been some good ones that come through here. But there's people that say Logan Allen was the best one in this area for a long time. So credit to you.
Well, thank you. That's high praise. Yeah, there definitely was a lot of great players to roll through there. So to even be mentioned with a lot of names like that, it's really a great honor for sure.
Hey, MJ, what's up, brother? I want to ask you about the WBC. Take it back 5 months from now. Getting to represent your country, your heritage, blonde, dyeing your hair blonde. I know you've seen the guys in 17 and 13 in the previous years. But take us back to that experience of the WBC, being around the Puerto Rican superstars of the game.
Yeah, man, it was unbelievable. I mean, obviously, you know how that is firsthand, but being able to do that in front of, thousands and thousands of people was, insane. And then to be able to do it, obviously representing your bloodlines, your heritage. Both my parents born in Puerto Rico. For me, it was an incredible experience, something that I'll never forget for the rest of my life, and hopefully I have the opportunity to do it again.
All right, Logan, this is for you. You get the first rebuttal in this. Was there any trash talking going on before your first big league at bats against each other?
No, but I definitely had that day circled on the calendar. I was looking forward to it. There wasn't probably any need for trash talk because he got me with the first at bat. He hit a single in his first at bat, so started off hot there. But I've gotten him a few times since then. Haven't had a chance to punch him out. But no, still looking forward to that opportunity. I think we play him again here coming up, so I'll have that opportunity again here shortly.
So, MJ, what's your rebuttal to this? Like, has this been successful so far, or is this kind of going downhill, or are you just waiting in the weeds until you snatch him?
Yeah, I mean, so I got him the first at bat, and I remember on our report there was like he doesn't really throw his changeup to lefties. And I ended up seeing 2 that at bat. So I was like, okay, I see how it is. You try to get me out with something I wasn't expecting. So yeah, since then I haven't struck out, but I also haven't got another hit. I remember just being out front on one of them when we played at their place, but we'll see what happens. We got one more round this year, and I don't know. Hopefully, I can get another hit at least, maybe even an extra base hit.
Well, let's say MJ, you go deep, right? You go deep. I mean, is there extra little extra, bat flip, and then Logan, you punch him out. Is there a little extra? Yeah, sit down.
I'd say there's I'll go ahead. Okay.
I would say if I hit a home run, or when I hit a home run rather,
Yep.
I'll definitely probably give him a little smirk. I'll probably I'm not gonna show him up or anything, but I'll probably laugh and try to see his reactions, run around the bases.
I'll tell you, if he hits a home run and gives me that look on the next at bat, I'm going behind him. I'm going behind him for sure. But no, if I'm able to strike him out, I'll definitely try to see if I can stare him all the way down to the dugout, see if I can get somebody to chirp at me or something. But I keep it pretty low. I keep it pretty calm and cool, collected on the field. But I think that'll probably bring some of the emotion out of me for sure.
Yeah, but this is when the emotion can show. So MJ, you hit a tank. When you hit a dinger against him, I want you to stand at home plate. And I want you to snap the bat over your knee and look out at him and say, "That's all that one had," and then trot around the bases. But when Logan, you strike him out, I want you to take the glove and be like, as he's walking back, be like, "MJ, why don't you sign this?"
That would be something. That would definitely be something pretty crazy.
I'm gonna have that in my mind. I'll be ready for that.
Okay.
Be on the lookout.
Be creative.
Logan, why didn't you talk? Were you the one that talked MJ out of catching? Because now MJ was a catcher. Let's not forget. Now he's playing right field. He's running around stealing bases. Like, were you the one?
No, I'll say even when I'm here in the dugout, I'm vouching to all the guys. I'm telling everybody how good of a catcher he was and how he can still get up back there and pick it. But it's been cool to see him just be out there and get to run around, show off the athleticism a little bit. But he knows how it is. Anything you can do to stay in the starting lineup every day, that's what your goal is trying to be. And he found his role there in the outfield, and it's let him get every day at bats, and that's all you can ask for.
And MJ, you know how rare that is, what you're doing, right? To have the skills to be a big league catcher and then just be like, yeah, sure, I can handle the outfield. I mean, we have 2 catchers. We have like 10 player hosts on FT Live, but 2 regulars here, Brzezinski and Kratz. I would not want to set up my roster with them as my corner outfielders. I'm just going to put that as nicely as I possibly can. You guys are not burners. Like, I watched you guys your whole careers. I didn't see the outfield skill set from your athleticism.
So you're saying we're not Adam Jones or MJ Melendez?
Correct.
I mean, Scott, it's your birthday, but screw you. I can't see Jones go behind the fish either.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, those guys. I mean, these 2, they know exactly what it takes to be a big league catcher day in and day out. I was able to do it consistently last year. When Salvi was out for a little while, but man, catching is no joke, especially in the big leagues. You got to know so much, the ins and outs of the games. You got to know your pitchers. Studying the hitters every 3-4 days. So it's no joke, and obviously the physical toll it is to be a catcher, getting hit by foul balls, just being back there squatting every day. And then, transitioning to the outfield where, you could get, no baseballs hit to you in a single game. Obviously, you're probably going to get 1 or 2, some days busier than others, but it's definitely a different pace. But, like Logan said, anything to stay in the starting lineup, anything to try to help the team win.
You were a 10 on PG. We're on here because you guys are PG superstars. You're exactly like PG was exactly right. A 10 is somebody that's going to get drafted and make the big leagues. You guys were 10s. Logan, we probably pretty much know why you were a 10 because you threw the speedball by everybody and you were the best that Orlando's ever seen. Smartest kid in dumb school. MJ, why were you a 10? Like, was it because you were a catcher? Was it because you were fast? Did you hit dingers?
I think probably my athleticism for a catcher, just kind of being agile, being able to I was catching from a knee, back when that was like not really the thing. Being able to throw, I felt like I was a really good thrower, really aggressive. I liked to back pick a lot. That was something that was probably my favorite, and I was pretty fast for a catcher, and I had a little bit of hit to a little bit of raw power that I was still trying to figure out. And obviously that's always going to be a work in progress. You're always trying to get better, but I think that was like there was a lot had a lot of potential.
Okay, so Logan, I'll start with you, and MJ, you can follow. Did you have a moment in life when you said, "Okay, I think I'm going to make it"? Like, was there a time where you're like, "All right, I'm hanging with top tier competition. I think I can handle this thing as a career"?
Yeah, I would say, just kind of going through that summer circuit, all the way through high school, but even getting to that point where you're playing in like that PG All American game, and you're out there with the best talent in the country, and you're going out there having a good inning, knowing you're right there hanging with some of these guys that you know are going to sign in the first round and make all this money, and they're going to eventually be big leaguers. So I think, being that summer circuit of just facing talented competition to and through, week in and week out, I think that kind of just prepares you and lets you know that what to expect when you or what a little bit of what to expect when you get into pro ball, and guys that you're going to eventually face in the big leagues.
MJ, you're up.
Yeah, so I think for me personally, as you're growing up as a little kid, you get asked what is it that you want to do for a living, and for us, we're like, oh, we want to be professional baseball players, and you always kind of have that ingrained in your head. And something I've been big on, like this, especially the second half, has been like, believing like your manifestation and stuff, and just really like buying into all that. And I kind of go back to those days of when I was a little kid, like really believing like I'm going to be a big leaguer. I'm just going through the steps right now. I don't know how I'm going to get there, but like I just believe that I'm going to be at. So I think I've just always kind of believed that ever since I was a little kid, even though, you're going to have people that kind of doubt you and stuff. And then like physically, I really felt like I started to develop probably like my junior year of high school is probably when I really felt like, okay, now I can kind of like see my physical tools lining up with the best in the country.
Hey, MJ, we all played for bad teams. It just is what it is. It's part of the game. But also, we all have finished the year strong in those situations. How are you going about finishing the season strong amid not having the great record, but still trying to prove that, look, I belong here. My numbers are going to be, because I seen Bobby Witt is hot right now. So how is it personally for you to say, look, we're not going to win as many games, but I still can make my mark and put my stamp on this game?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I've wanted to do my whole entire life. I think everybody in the big leagues can say that. Everybody playing pro ball can pretty much say that. So, I want to give my all each and every day, do everything I can, and at the end of the day, once I am done playing this game, hopefully years and years and years from now, that I can say, I did every single thing I came into the field every single day, willing and ready to get better, doing everything I need to do to perform my best when that first pitch starts. So that's been the big thing for me, and just not giving up. Obviously, it's easy to kind of throw the towel in when there's no playoff run to be made. But at the end of the day, you're still playing the game that you love, and you're going to give it your all every single time you have that opportunity.
Logan, has anyone told you work extraordinarily fast? Has Carl Willis ever come out there and he's like, "Slow down, this is going too fast here"? Because you remind me when you take the mound and you go so fast, a little Mark Burley. And I don't know if you know remember Mark Burley, but he worked crazy fast too. So, is there someone you looked at when you were coming through the PG ranks and said, "Man, I want to work fast like Mark Burley," or "I want to be like so and so"?
I would say I never really looked at one specific guy and said I want to emulate the fact that they go quick. I think that I've just always kind of found myself, getting into a rhythm, and just, also being on the other side of the ball and knowing how tough it is when a pitcher's on the mound and he is throwing strikes and getting right back on the mound and just continuing to kind of put it on you. I think that's you get into those situations. I think it just makes it tougher for guys, and I think that's just one of those things that can allow me to have success. So, we're looking for any little advantage we can take on the mound, and I found that to be one of those things that I can use as one of mine. So I just try to utilize it the best that I can.
MJ, is your family all catchers? Because you were a catcher. Was your dad a catcher?
So my dad was a catcher just pretty much until he was like 12 years old, and then he ended up playing third base in college and pitched like a couple innings. But he did teach me everything I know about catching. I know when he was coaching, he always worked with the catchers, but he only caught until like a certain age. I don't think his knees were really built for it.
Well, he made you and your brother catchers, correct? I mean, at least as youngsters.
So yes and no. So he helped me, but I always wanted to be a catcher. So ever since I can remember, there's like a funny story where I was at his game when he was coaching at Bethune-Cookman, probably like 4 or 5 years old, and I went home one day. I had like a little Fisher Price glove and really like squatted in front of the TV and just smacked it on the ground because I liked hearing the sound of the catcher's mitt. And I always wanted to be a catcher, and I asked for my first catcher's gear at 5 years old for Christmas.
Okay,
wow.
I like it.
That's
I
cool.
like it. That's awesome.
Did you do that?
I started catching like 7. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but I just because I don't want to bring this up, but my son beat Westminster Christian a couple years ago in the state championship. So I didn't want to bring it up, and your brother was the catcher, so I didn't want to mention it, but I will. Humble brag, my bad. I was a coach. It's okay. I almost got kicked out of the game for being out of the dugout.
No.
Oh, yeah.
You?
Yeah, I was standing on the top.
causing trouble?
I was standing on the top step, and the umpire was like, "You got to get in the dugout." And I'm like, "I'm on the top step of the dugout. Where do you want me to go?"
I'm surprised you never got kicked out of a big league game.
Never, ever. But yeah, sorry, MJ. Is your brother's in college, correct?
Yeah, he's at University of Pittsburgh.
Okay, nice. Yeah, he was good. His brother was a good player. Hit fourth for him. Yeah, good player.
Playing college
hit
ball.
Third, hit fourth. Yeah.
I like it. Well, guys, we appreciate the time syncing up with, the Brady Bunch looking boxes we got going on here. We usually do one, but figured we'd bring you both on here to talk about life, growing up together and playing ball. So thanks for joining us, and keep trucking through the season, guys.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for having us on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Really appreciate it. Logan Allen and MJ Melendez both joining us on FT Live.